Mears Associates. On today's Financial Corner with Mears Associates, Mark Mears is here to share with us some important information about how annuities can provide you a guaranteed lifetime of income. Good morning.
Chris, good to be here.
This is some good news for folks.
Very good news.
Yes.
The word guarantee, you have to be careful when you use
You have
that.
to be really careful throwing that word around.
But this is one time you can say guarantee without any reservations.
All right.
So,
Now, for folks that may be sitting at home going, I don't know exactly what an annuity is.
I'm glad you're asking me.
Tell us what an annuity is.
an annuity can only be issued by an insurance company.
Okay.
And we have huge, very financially successful insurance companies in America. I don't want to mention any of their names, but most insurance companies issue annuities. Most of these companies have very high financial ratings. You need to check for yourself.
Right.
They're old. They have good track records. And so an annuity is issued by an insurance company. A little saying, you buy life insurance because you're afraid of dying too soon. You buy an annuity because you're afraid of living too long.
Okay.
An annuity, not the stock market, not a CD, not a bond, but an annuity is a way that you can guarantee, no matter how long you, your spouse, your children, your special needs person lives, they cannot outlive a monthly income. Regardless of how long they live, those checks never stop.
And I think a lot of folks sit there and they hear that. They hear that and they say, well, that sounds a little too good to be true, but it's the truth.
Well, it is. You don't get rich with annuities, but
Right.
you don't get poor.
Right.
You can't. Let me give you a quick example. Unfortunate, but 23 years ago, my first wife passed away, Holly Gardner Mears from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. We had 5 children at home. We were both young at the time. Our financial plan said that if I passed away, that our assets would go to an annuity, so the checks would be paid to our children without trustee fees and without them having the capability of blowing the money, and you don't have to get relatives involved because the insurance company will manage that money at a guaranteed fixed rate and pay those checks to whoever you want. Now, if you've got it coming to a husband and wife, and let's say they die early, the checks keep coming till all the money is paid out to the person you choose to receive that money.
Now, I know that folks right now are sitting at home going, how do I get my money involved in an annuity? How do they go about it?
Okay, it's very simple. You know, there's certain phases of life. There's times in a person's life that they need to be invested in the stock market. They need to be invested in bonds, which is a little more conservative. But when you want to transfer your money to an annuity, it's relatively simple. The government lets everybody do a rollover once a year. You simply sign transfer forms. You don't get taxed on the transfer. Then the money grows tax deferred without any exposure to market risk, and you choose when you're ready to start getting the monthly checks. Listen, presidents of the United States own annuities. Fortune 500 company presidents own annuities. Some people think they're bad. The only time they're bad is if you buy them at the wrong time in your life. But if you buy them in the right time of your life, they work wonderfully.
And you can help folks determine when that right time is.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So all they got to do, pick up the phone
Mark
or
Mears
come and
call.
see you.
That's right.
Absolutely. Mark, we appreciate you stopping by
Merry
today.
Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you as well. It's Mears Associates right there in Kingsport on Fort Henry Drive. They would love for you to pick up the phone and call that number right there, 423-239-3177, or check out markmears.com for more information about everything we talked about this morning. The preceding segment sponsored by Mears Associates.